Hey everybody, not sure who's here, if anyone's here. I'm a little bit early, so here I am. I wanted to do this catch up today for people in America, so I'm quite obviously, it's, I don't know what time it is for you guys, afternoon? No, evening. So I'll just mute that. But I'll just wait for someone to come in and say hello. And if no one comes in to say hello, I'll go and make myself some lunch. But it's all good. Oh, hello, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Karen.
You're the only one here at the minute. Look at
That's
that.
All right.
It's kind of like a private talk, but there you go. Ellie's here. Oh, and Heather's here. Yeah, Heather. Hey, Heather, did you want to come in at all, or are you happy to watch? What do you want to do? That sounds a bit cheeky, doesn't it? Hang on a second. Invite, copy. Bear with me. Where are we? Oh, I don't know. All over the joint is where I am right now. How are you, Ron?
I'm good. I had a really good day today. Weather was beautiful again.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. How? Oh, there it is. There it is. Sorry, I'm just. There we go. I've popped through the link for you, Heather, should you want to come in and say hello. Yeah, I was going to ask you because I packed my bag. I'm ready to walk out the door now. I'm way ahead of myself. I've packed. But I thought, who was I watching? Someone I was. Oh, no. Jason sent me a little message saying he'd made a fire pit for us to sit around, and I thought, shit, is it cold enough for fire? But I mean, lovely and all. That's okay, Heather, no probs. But so do I need a jumper? Oh, sorry, sweater. Oh no, you call them jumpers in Canada, don't you? Do you say jumper or sweater?
No, sweaters, hoodies.
All right. Well, yeah, but
you should bring one just in case.
I'll bring one.
It's hard to say what the weather's going to be like.
I don't know. Can you hear an echo, Sheila? Can you hear an echo at all, Heather or Ellie? I can't hear anything this end.
I don't hear an echo.
No. Nope, I can't hear anything. Can everyone hear me? You can hear me okay? I'm loud enough?
I can, yeah.
Cool. Cassie's at work, I know. She talked to me this morning or this afternoon. I get, yeah.
Yeah, she's working till 11.
Yeah, no echo Heather's end either. It might just be something with you, Sheila. You're the odd one out. Well, at the minute. Heather just said that if I went to San Francisco, which I'm not, but if I did, I'd need a jumper or a light cardie, which is a cardigan. Cardie, we say cardie. I packed a little bit of chocolate to bring for the kids, Ron. Some Cadbury and some Smarties chocolate, but not your Smarties, like sort of like your Smarties, but Nestle's make it, and it's Nestle's chocolate or Nestle's chocolate, and it's got all sort of crushed up Smarties in it, I think. But anyway, I'm bringing some of that.
They'll like that.
Unless I get to customs and when I check I'm not checking any baggage in. I've just got carry on, so I've got a handbag and I've got a little backpack. I'm a light traveler, but if the bag weighs too much, then the airport staff are going to get the kilo of chocolate.
Then they'll enjoy it.
I took Tim Tams last time, Heather. I probably could take a packet again, but just depends how heavy my bag gets. I haven't weighed it yet. I should weigh it. It makes sense to weigh it, but it shouldn't be too bad. I've just got some clothes in it, some pajamas, not much else. Bathroom stuff. That's about it. I figure if I need anything, I can get it when I get there. That's my way of thinking, and then maybe have to buy another bag to bring it home. Maybe. Yeah, just to carry on, Heather. I go lightly. I've got I've got a big handbag, and I'll put my laptop, computer, and hairbrush or whatever in that. But the carry on I've got is a backpack. But it's it's about the size of a carry on. About the size of a carry on wheelie one that you would take on. And I've just got that's it. That's all I'm taking. That's all I ever do. Even if I travel within Australia and go to visit someone, it's just, sometimes if I can get away with just my big handbag, that's it. I don't like waiting for anything. Who am I? I'm a strange one. That's who I am. Heather, if you're talking to me. Oh, hey, Bill. Bill, that's my friend Bill. He's on a cruise ship at the moment out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. I'm not sure where. Where are you, Bill? About now. He'll answer me. Bill must be bored on his ship to tune in and see my big buffet.
I don't know if they had Wi-Fi on ships or like signal.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. You wouldn't. It must be boosted from probably satellite. Do you think?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say the ship's got a satellite on top and does it that way.
Interesting.
I'll wait for him to answer me. But yeah. So and So did you work today? Did you?
Me, no. I worked in the yard. I did a lot of yard work today. Raked the lawn, got some fertilizer down on the grass. I did some barbecuing today.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was a good day.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Guess who's I wasn't going to do any more live streams this week, but guess who's going to come on a live stream with me on my Thursday, your Wednesday, but midnight, which I don't know, The Shape.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he sent me a message. He said nighttime's good for him because he works nights. And I said, that's okay because that's lunchtime for me or just after. So if everyone's still asleep, they can just do a rewatch, I suppose. But, yeah, he's lovely, The Shape.
So that's your Thursday, our Wednesday?
Yep. Well, he's in Virginia. And so it's 2:00 in the afternoon here for me.
Yeah.
On Thursday afternoon, and it's midnight for him in Virginia. So I don't know. I don't really know where Virginia sits, but I think it's Eastern Standard Time. I think.
Okay.
But yes, it's late, but that's okay. Heaven and high water for The Shape. That's what I'll move. Bill's headed to Fiji. He's on his way to Fiji. Yeah. Oh, well, I'd say I'm jealous, and I kind of am because I'd love to go to Fiji, but I can't really be jealous because I'm heading off to the beautiful United States on Sunday. So, what can you do? Hey, Heather, it's horrible, our lives. But mind you, it's the last time I'll be able to afford it for a long time. So that's okay. That's all right.
Here, I saw Laws. She posted a TikTok on the how the Australian Army attacked emus and lost.
That's a great emu war.
1930s or something like that.
Yeah, they
That's pretty interesting.
It wasn't really the army as much as it was the returned soldiers. What happened, because I know a bit about that, what happened was when all the men came back from war, they didn't have any jobs. And the government was sort of forced politically to supply them with something. And there was farmers out bush that were having issues with the emus, coming in and getting. So they sent the returned servicemen there. So it was named the Great Emu War. And they lost. The emus
I can't believe that.
Yeah, they didn't.
How do you lose to a bunch of birds? But I guess they're pretty smart.
Yeah. There's actually, if anyone's interested, and why I'm pushing their content is beyond me, but because they certainly don't need me to push their content. They're pretty clever. Is Watcher is their channel. They used to be with BuzzFeed, Ryan Vergara and Ryan. I always forget his last name. Ryan Vergara and I've just gone blank. But anyway, it's two guys, and it's, you know, my puppet. Where is he? Ugh. Puppet history. Oh, the professor does a puppet reenactment of the Great Emu War, but it's
hilarious.
historically factual. So, but it's a good one. So that's The Watcher. That's the name of the channel, and Puppet History. Or even just type in Puppet History, the Great Emu War, and it'll come up because it tells you everything, but it's really funny. So it's good. But yeah, we've had a few weird things here in Australia. Most Australians are weird. In a good way. In a good way. Bill can attest to that because he's been here now. But yeah. And you just have to see Heather and I in a chat. We were in a chat last night. Geez, that was fun. I shouldn't have ended it, Heather. I shouldn't have ended it. I've learned, because I was having a good time, and never mind. I did something. I'll just double check because I don't think they're here yet. But yeah, someone else said they were doing something, and I sort of cut it short because I thought, maybe people might like to look at their content, and I shouldn't have. I should have just kept going. If anybody wanted to look at their content, they could have just left. But you live and learn, don't you, Heather? You live and learn. But yeah. And Ali, are you home or at work? Miss Ali, if she's still here.
And sometimes it would be her weekend. So.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd be working.
No. But there you go. So, hi, M&A. Yeah, no. I love her little hamster. What's its name? Starts with P, doesn't it?
Patricia.
That's it.
Yeah. That's cute.
Oh, dear. Yeah, Patricia the hamster. I didn't know hamsters were that big, unless Ellie's got little hands, which she could have. Yeah, I don't know. I invited Jason, but he might be lurking. He lurks. And so does Crow. Crow lurks as well. They just listen. They're perverted.
No, they could just be busy with other stuff, right?
No, that's all right. I just wanted to get on and say g'day to everybody, and I didn't intend this to be a long one or anything like that. Yeah. I just wanted to say hi, and just because, of course, I don't see you on Sunday. I won't see you until not this Thursday because I'm still here. It's the following Thursday, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah. So I'm with Jason from Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Thursday morning. We must catch up or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be on Thursday at some point.
Yeah, and so I'm so looking forward to a big cuddle, and yeah, I'm a bit excited. But I've got my laptop with me, Ron. So what I'm going to do is when we go to a place or anywhere really, I'll just set the laptop up. When Jason picks me up, I'll get him to take me somewhere to get a what do you call it? Some data to put in my phone, so I can use my phone to tether to for the internet. And then that way, no matter where we are, we can switch on my computer and just go do a random live for everybody.
Oh, cool.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. That's what I'm thinking. And then that way, and I thought even when we're at some of the places that we're investigating, if we turn that on, we can all say hello, and then I can sort of lift the laptop up and let everybody have a bit of a look. Because I'm not, my daughter said to me, Mum, just use your phone. Just do it on your phone. Yeah. But I don't know how to do that.
Because then how do you... I
think it'd be harder because then also if anyone's talking to us, I can't see what they're saying. Yeah. I mean, Jason might know how to do it. I don't know, but I'm not stupid with technology. It's just there's so much. There's so much technology that I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Yeah. Yes, and I've caught up with my yard work too as well, Ron. I've got someone come. I've already mowed it, but I've got someone who's going to mow it while I'm away, just, a contractor person. Yeah. I've weeded, I've watered, I've got to make up a list today of all the girls' chores while I'm not here to make sure my animals stay alive while I'm gone. And that's about it. I'm ready. I could leave tomorrow.
That's good.
But never mind. I'll have to wait. I don't think Jason could put up with me for more than a week on his own. I'll drive him nuts. Oh, geez. So, what else are you got everything organized your end, obviously?
I think so for the most part. Cassie's got everything written down. She'll do like a big major grocery shopping before we go to make sure that the fridge is full, and she's got menus already figured out. And, she's going shopping for some clothes, I think, with her sister. So, and I mean, I'm pretty simple. I mean, like Cass says, all you got to worry about is make sure the dogs are groomed, and the car is cleaned, and the oil change is done in the car. I'm like, oh, that's simple.
Well, that's the easy job. Yeah. She's pretty organized. I think I'm pretty organized as well. I've got for when I'm over there, I've got. I don't want to give anything away because it's going to be I love you and you can leave, Heather.
Yep.
Off you trot then. You will. I'll talk to you on Friday on your live with Drew. Love you. Bye. What was I going to say? I've forgotten because I said hello to Heather. What was I saying? Oh, Struth. I'm getting Alzheimer's. I've forgotten what I was saying. It was something about the trip. What was I saying, Ron? Were you paying attention?
I don't know. You were talking about the trip, and then you said you didn't want to give anything away.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
All I'll say is I have got a orange jumper, some orange knee-high socks for a photo shoot.
Oh.
Yes. So I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So and I think that Cassie has to get a purple something. A purple. She should just get a purple dress.
I don't know. Sherry said she found a green shirt for me, so I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was green. Yeah, so it'll be fun. Oh, geez. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be a late night for me because as much as I love everybody in here, there's not too many people here, so they mustn't love me anymore. Well, it's probably pretty late there, isn't it? What time is it there?
Here? It's 8:30. Well, you started at 8:30, so it's almost 9 o'clock now.
Yeah, I've had it on. Actually, I will. Maybe that's what's wrong too, because originally I thought I had set this for now, and then Cassie said, "Oh, you're not on until 11 o'clock or something," and I went, "What?" And I went in and I had a look. I went, "Oh no, that's not right." So I changed it. So there could be some people who thought, "Oh, she's not going on until later, so they're not in here yet." But I did change it because I thought, "Oh no, you can't have people on a weeknight. Oh well, it's a Sunday night. You can't have Sunday night people sitting there until midnight when they've got work the next day." So, but it's no biggie. We'll have plenty of lives when we're away and all that sort of thing. So it's all good. What do you think, Ron? I've been working on an episode about the Sally House, and I'm trying to actually make it. I put it all together, and oh gosh, it goes for about 45 minutes. And I thought, that's who's that talking to you? Is that Miss Cassie?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure it is.
You know it is, it's Cass.
Tell her I love her.
I will.
But yeah, so I'm not sure. The other way I thought of doing it might be just share my screen and do a live and talk about it. That way, if anyone's got any questions, they can ask me, because it's more intricate than I kind of gave it credit for being. Like, I really looked into it, and I looked into the family involved, and I looked into who built the house, the family that lived there, all of their history, and it's really interesting. So I just thought people might have questions, or I can put the episode together and then have a live stream after so people could ask me questions. But I don't know. I just thought I could almost do a PowerPoint presentation via live stream. But I have done some animations, so there you go.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. Oh, I know, M&A, but then I felt bad because you were going live, and I thought, oh, you know, people might want to come over there, and yeah, I doesn't matter. It's all good. I hope you got a few views though. That I hope so. And anyway, to be honest, I went and made myself a cup of tea, and I was asleep within an hour. So there you go. But it was a good live last night. I had a fun time with Heather and Werner. Werner does urban exploring, and
okay.
So towards the end of the year, I said to Heather, if I can afford to, I might head over to Regan. I might head over to Adelaide, and Werner said he would go and show me some of the places he's been that are deserted, like old farmhouses and stuff. Like it's just out in the bush, but geez, pretty, and I'd love to do that because I lived in Adelaide, but I never got to see those things because I stayed within the city. Only time I travelled out was when I would drive from Adelaide to Melbourne. So I know the route to Adelaide quite well, but yeah, they are good people, aren't they? M&A, yeah, they're fun. I got to actually, I don't know what it meant, and I don't know if I had a reply yet, but I suppose you've got to, I'm going to check now. Let's have a look. I got a message on my live, you know how your lives go, like after you finish them, they come back up again if someone wants to rewatch them. And I'm just hoping I misunderstood. Where's it gone? There. I'm just looking for something. Give me a sec. There. There. Click, click, click. No. That one. And how do we go to comments? Oh, there they are. All. What would you take? I had the live last night, right? And it was fun. So I changed the title of the live to catch up with Heather and Drew and Werner. And I just said it was a hoot and it was funny and good fun. And then someone wrote the comment of, yep, and sort of a laugh, and then said delusional. And I'm like, when I read that, I take that as not nice, but maybe they meant something different. What does chat think? I don't know.
Why would someone say delusional? That's
what I thought. I thought, oh no, I hope it's not meant to be nasty, because I couldn't.
Well, do you know who made the comment or no? Do you know the person that made the comment?
Well, I don't know them, as in know them. No, they're sometimes in the chat, so I don't know. But I'm hoping that possibly they meant to write something else. And that's what I thought, M&A. I thought, oh, I don't know. So I did write back and say delusional ? And to give them a moment to reflect on what they wrote and possibly, correct the mistake. Because there'll be no nastiness or rudeness on this channel. Says me, who sometimes takes the bait and bites people in the bottom. But hi, Mona. Hi, Mona. I like the name of you've got Mona did what? Mona did what? But it was a fun talk last night. Talked about lots of different things.
That's fun.
And and it was nice too, because it was mainly for the Australian people, because our time differences, like now. Like you will notice Tanya's not in here and Loz isn't in here, and that's because they've got work. They're at work, so they're at work. But that's why I thought, Sheila just said, yes, could have that's it. Maybe they didn't mean delusional. Maybe they meant delightful, says Sheila. Well, if they did, they can go back and edit their comment, can't they? But so I go all over the place. Where's the dogs, Ron? I can't see my
Willow's underneath the table, and I think
Yeah.
Toby, she's just laying in the hallway, like just over here in the hallway on the tile floor. It's nice and cool for her.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, my dog does that too. She lies down on the cold tiles.
yeah.
Even when the air conditioner's on, she lays down on the hot, cold tiles.
Yeah.
So I am. I've shown my girls a couple of the pictures you've sent me of the food you cook.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yes, I like the chili, but I showed them. I said, "Look, Ron's going to cook when I'm in Canada," and I showed them. And I said, "Ribs, yum 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 yum, barbecue, yum 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 yum." I've said I've been trying so hard to lose. Well, your daughter did a good job, Mona, coming up with that name. I've been trying so hard to lose some weight so I don't look like a beached whale in your hot tub, but I haven't done it very well. So I'm afraid I'm going to look like a beached whale.
I wouldn't worry about that.
I'm not worried about it either. I'm too old to be worried now. But I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm going to have to watch what I eat because I'm going to come back like 2 beached whales. But then I thought, because there's so much yummy food, so much stuff over. The only thing I wasn't keen on, and people have said, oh, you must try it. Perhaps it was where I ate it. They've got something called chicken fried steak. I think that's what they call it, a chicken fried steak. Or chicken steak, or it's a chicken steak or chicken something, and I thought, oh, it's going to be like a chicken schnitzel, like breadcrumbed chicken,
yeah.
But it's not. It's beef that they've pounded, but it's not. It doesn't really taste like good beef. It sort of tastes like, I don't know, but they pound it down and then they crumb it and then they obviously deep fry it and smother it in gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would take more as a beef schnitzel, or a wiener schnitzel.
Right.
But I did get one, and I ate it because I was taught as a little girl, always finish what's on your plate.
Yeah.
But I wasn't keen. But it could have been where I got it from. So, oh, thank you, Mona. I think she's talking to me. She said, I'm sure you're beautiful just the way you are. Yeah, I am. Oh, but like when I was younger, Ron's seen a picture of me when I was younger. When I was younger, I was an aerobics instructor, and I was super, super fit. Then I had 6 children. But I got back into shape. But then as I got older, and the ladies in the chat, look, even the men would know it's not easy, Ron. You try to lose the weight, but your little hormones and your age, at the end of things, just eat healthy, don't overdo it, and be aware, I guess. But yeah, I've given up. I'm just going to do my best to not be a pig, try to avoid too many sugary things. But I'm not avoiding the ribs you're going to cook me. That's for sure. I think I'll be eating. Yeah, I'm looking for. Jason said he'd take me to a lot of barbecue places, so that's really good. So I'll definitely make sure that I eat lots of barbecue and salad. I love a salad. Did you notice the Americans' potato salad is kind of like a yellowy color? Like the potato isn't, but the dressing or something. It's very yellow.
They probably add mustard to it.
Ah, that'd be it. All right, that'd be it. Yeah, because it's quite nice. Nice. I like potato salad that has other things in it, like a bit of egg, maybe some bacon bits.
This might sound gross to you, I don't know, but my Oma would make a salad. It was like a potato salad, but it had red beets, cooked red beets in it.
Yep.
And then you would have like mayonnaise. You'd throw egg in there. You mix it all up. A little bit of onion, like a Spanish or Vidalia onion. You throw that all in there, and then that's what she would do. But then the Dutch tradition is you would also cut up herring, salted herring.
Oh, I don't know about the herring.
But that was a Dutch thing, right? But I've had that salad without the herring, and oh my goodness, it's so good.
It does sound really good.
Oh, it's got a nice red color to it, and it's just nice and tangy, and I haven't had
actually, that's made me a bit hungry. I might have to go. But Mona, I wouldn't like the herring either. I wouldn't like the herring. I don't mind fish. Like I used to eat. Again, it might be a European thing because my first husband's mum was German, and she would make a potato salad as well, which was really nice the way she would do it, different to that. But she also used to dish up little tins, herrings in, here we call it tomato sauce, but in ketchup, I guess. So you'd peel open the tin of herrings and they'd be covered in tomato sauce. You'd get them out and you'd sort of squish them all over some rye bread. And I remember seeing them do that, like when I was sitting down eating with them and thinking, oh. And then I thought, no, I'll have a bite because
good, wasn't it?
It's actually really nice. I wouldn't put it in the potato salad, but it was really yummy on the rye bread. So I did. Actually, I haven't had that in a very, very long time. I should have some of that. I should go and buy myself. I like fish. Plus, it's really good for you.
But, especially, I don't know why, but lately, like the Cassie gets disgusted, but buying the tins with the herring inside the tins, you pull them open. It's just, I love that. So good. Eat it with the crackers, like just scoop it out with crackers or whatever, as a snack. I don't know.
It'd probably be quite nice on a piece of rye bread with some mayonnaise.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. What did you have for dinner? What did you have for dinner, Ron?
I had chicken drumsticks, and I had sweet potatoes, and they were on the barbecue, like on my smoker, for about almost just over 3 hours, just smoking. And Karen, and then I put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the chicken, and oh my goodness, so good. That was good. Just juicy, God. Like juicy, moist, like chicken. It wasn't dried out or nothing. It was delicious.
Oh, wow.
The smoky flavor and everything.
Stop it. I'm seriously hungry. Rika and Havoc just said that, I'll pop a little thingo up, that some might hate this, but my mum adds Spam to potato salad.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Spam. I used to like getting a tin of Spam and just cutting it and just eating the Spam.
I've never had Spam.
Yeah, it's just mashed up God knows what. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's not ham. Meat. It's something like ham.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
And then I had I deep fried some French fries as well, and I found this. I don't know. Do you know Frank's Red Hot Sauce?
No, but we have hot sauce here. Yeah.
So it's basically a hot, but they had a like a spice, like a dusting. So I put that on the French fries, dusted it on the French fries for flavor. Oh, that turned out good. And the kids are like, "What'd you put on the French fries, Dad?" I said, "Well, if I told you, you wouldn't want to eat it." And they ate it, and they're like, "It's so good."
Yeah, sometimes you can't tell kids what you've changed because I go, ugh, and not even take a bite. You got to wait till they've had some, and then they go, "This is nice," and you go, "Oh, cool." Or maybe just not tell them.
Yeah, it's a really.
Is it really though, Reekin? Is it really spiced ham? It tastes okay, but I really don't think it's Spam. I think it must be all that, like how they make hot dogs and chicken nuggets. I think it's just all the guts and the.
Have you ever had bologna?
Yes.
Okay, that they call that like here in Canada. So in Newfoundland they call it Newfie steak. Because it's cheap. It's like cheap meat, right? A Newfie steak. Yeah. But I saw a video of like taking a whole, like, you can buy the bologna in like a round, thing, but say that big.
Yeah.
So I saw a TikTok, or I think it was a TikTok, and they put it on a smoker on the barbecue, and like they put like slats in it, and smothered it in like spices and barbecue sauce. Like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing. That's really good.
Yeah, Mona, I don't think there's meat in it, just lips and assholes, as I would say. Yeah, read that. Because I watched them make, I watched a little short video on how they make chicken nuggets, like you get at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough to put you off. It literally is all the bits and bobs you wouldn't normally eat.
But they taste so good.
Oh, look, it's your boyfriend, Jason.
Oh my goodness!
Hi, everybody.
Wow,
Hello, handsome.
What's
Thank
he's got
you
a
for
Sasquatch
making
on his shirt.
What's
It
on
does.
his shirt?
A Sasquatch
Bigfoot.
A Sasquatch.
or Bigfoot.
Yep.
What state is that?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I did not know that there were Sasquatch sightings in
Can we
Oklahoma.
go camping and catch a Sasquatch?
Well,
Bigfoot.
oddly enough, Oklahoma is the only state that has the ability to get a hunting license for the elusive Sasquatch.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
A little bit of tax money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Where
I
you
don't
going?
No,
wanna-
we're not going to give our schools a lot of money, but man, we will allow people to hunt big feet.
Well, I wouldn't be hunting the Bigfoot. I would just be waiting with some cake and crackers and cookies and
I don't know if I'd
maybe
want to
some-
come like eye to eye to a Bigfoot though,
No.
because they'd be probably
No.
like what 8-10 feet tall. It's
Yeah.
probably a monster of a huge. You probably, and you don't know if it's like dangerous or I don't
monster
think
of
it's
a
like Harry
huge,
and the
yep.
Hendersons, you know.
Hey, Mercy. Yeah, no, to be quite honest, I think if I saw a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot or we call them meowies, if I saw one of them, I think I'd be like petrified. Not because I wouldn't be in awe, but because if they are real, they're bloody big and they could snap you like a twig.
Yep.
So if all reports are correct, they could snap you like a twig. I don't want to be snapped like a twig. So no.
Do you believe, like, I've heard a theory that they feel that Sasquatches or Bigfoots or Yetis are elementals, so they can travel into another plane. That's why you can't, like, you never see them, because when they're sighted, then they just disappear into that other domain. Do you believe that theory or no?
I have no idea. I don't.
I have no idea either. I'm not sure, but I would assume
I've heard that
they
theory
find
a couple of times. So
yeah, I've
they
heard
do
that same
yeah.
theory. I've heard the idea that they are just ridiculously good at hiding. I hear that they are subterranean, that they live under the earth, but that goes into the whole hollow earth theory.
Oh God!
And like it just, there's so many different kind of, for lack of a better word, excuses as to why we have not seen these things.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of the Bigfoot. Whether or not I believe they actually exist, I don't know.
I don't know either. But it's a nice like fairies and goblins, and it's a nice idea. It'd be nice if it was real. Mm-hmm. Maybe it is. What's Sheila say? Since we were talking about food, Jason, you should check Gastro Obscura for good places to take Karen to eat. Oh, I don't know if I want obscure food. I like to know
it would probably not be like obscure food. It would just be like local favorite type things. But there's a couple places me and Karen are going to go to. Like, she wants to go to an Applebee's, so we're going to go check out Applebee's at some point along this trip. I'm going to take her to a Waffle House because why the hell not?
Yep.
There's a couple of local places around where I live that we'll probably check out while she's here. And then because we're going on this big old trip that stretches from Oklahoma all the way up into Canada, like we're going to be trying out good food.
I just want to take a moment to say hello to Miss Allie. This is Elu. This is Allie. You know my boy Stephen. You know I've talked about him a million trillion times. Well, Allie used to be Stephen's the love of his life, and she's with another gentleman now, and she's got some little babies. And I'm wondering, I don't know, but just in case, little Billy, I love you. Hi Billy. Hi Albie. Hi. I love you. Just in case the children are watching. Okay, Allie, I'll stop being a ning-nong now. But if Billy's there, tell her Nanny Karen loves her. So, yeah, Allie joined in last night for the live chat for the first time and thought it was a bit of a hoot. So she's back today to watch me be silly.
There you go.
It's good. There you go. This is Jason, Allie. This is the man who'll be looking after me when I arrive. and that's Rawn. Rawn is Cassie's husband. Cassie and Rawn. She's watching me. Little Billy's watching me. But Rawn's going to cook me some barbecue. Oh, and other stuff. But so I'm going to come back the side of a house. That's how big I'll be when I get back from far too much food. Yep. Well, I hope not, but yeah.
We'll try and eat some healthy meals along the trip.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it won't all be like
you can always you can just always pull over. I don't want fast food. It's got to be proper food. No McDonald's. No Kentucky. Maybe Kentucky Fried Chicken. Their chicken's nice.
Yeah, we can find fried chicken elsewhere.
Yeah, proper chicken. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Yes,
Kentucky
and that's
Fried Chicken isn't what it is anymore, or what it used to be like. I find.
I used to, being Australian, we don't do fried chicken here like you do in America, but Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's hit and miss. You can go there and get some chicken, and if it's just freshly cooked and not really full of fat, like they've drained it properly, it can be quite nice. But generally speaking, you go and get it, and you're looking forward to the taste of that coating, and then it's just all like eating. Ugh,
I wish I could take you guys to a Mary Brown's. It's like a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's like up here. Like, I mean, it's a chain in Eastern Ontario, and Mary Brown's. I mean, they make. I went in there. It's probably the best fried chicken you could have, like for fast food fried chicken. But
yeah. Rican's had a look on the side of a Spam tin, and that's what's in it: pork with ham, salt water, modified potato starch, yeah, whatever that is, sugar, and sodium nitrate. So the pork and ham would be lips and assholes. Mm-hmm. That's what that would be. Oh, sorry, Billy. Oops. Better watch what I'm saying. That's what that will be. That will be piggy's lips and piggy's bottoms. That's what I think. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because that's definitely what's in nuggets. But yeah. Rican says, take me to Mission Barbecue. What's Mission Barbecue, Rican?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
I don't know. Don't worry. There'll be plenty of barbecue to be had. Barbecue, biscuits and gravy.
It's funny, actually, Rican, because I've been going on Google Maps and looking for places for us to go to and all that kind of thing. And Mission Barbecue is one of the places that I've
you marked. No way.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
I've scouted out some barbecue places in most of the places we're going to, and then a couple of breweries in some places where we're going to have some downtime. And so I like, that's how I do trips, is I'll go on Google Maps and I'll just kind of like check places out and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll make a big old long list of places I want to keep in mind for when we're traveling, but always with the intention that if the spirit moves us, we just go and do whatever kind of thing.
Yeah. Because could be driving past and see somebody, some little roadside place, and think that looks cute. Let's eat in there. Mm-hmm. All I'm going to do is eat and chase ghosts.
Perfect. That kind of sounds like what we're going to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Let's eat, drink, chase ghosts. Eat, drink, chase. Oh, and sleep in between.
There you
go. Rican says, I like their philosophy, and there's one right down the street from Rican. Where are you again, Rican? Whereabouts in the America are you? It's a very big place, America.
Yeah.
I was telling Rowan, guess who's going to have a chat with me on a live on, midnight your time, Wednesday. That's Shape.
Oh, nice. I was like, not me.
Not you. No, well, that's what I mean. You'll have a chat with me and it'll be live, but then people can just rewatch it. because Oh, New Jersey. Ooh. What's the name of that thing in the forest in New Jersey? It flies.
The
and
Jersey Devil.
That's it. I wonder what that is. A bat?
It's a devil, duh.
Duh. Gosh. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things. Oh, well, if there's supposed to be a Sasquatch, if there's supposed to be a Bigfoot in Oklahoma, it'll come out for me for sure. We'll stop somewhere at a roadside place and I'll go, ooh, and bang a tree.
Is that the noise for the big feet?
Yeah, I think so. Ooh.
I heard it's more like a woo, 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 woo. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it could be that. Jason can film Karen being a dickhead, knocking on a tree going, ooh. Some crazy homeless person will run out the bush and try and attack me. Oh, geez. I was thinking, I've got a license for a particular song from a cartoon to add to anything that you might film in regard to that particular cartoon. So you could always put together a short cartoon episode that goes for 2 minutes. But yeah, I'll tell you about it later, Ali, in private, because you're my daughter from another mother, so it's all good. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm packed, Jason. I'm right to go. I'm ready.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I saw your idea of packing. Crikey. Chuck this, chuck that, chuck this. I'm sure
got all the essentials.
Yeah, they're the essentials. Oh, well, you're lucky. You can sort of just put everything in the car and it's all done.
Yep, pretty much.
What's the Pine Barrens? What's a Pine Barren?
That's where the Jersey Devil is.
Oh, okay. Rican says, I don't know anyone who's ever seen the Jersey Devil, but the Pine Barrens definitely have ghosts. A lot of mob bodies were lovingly placed there. Oh, poor mob people. Yeah. What do they call it? Getting whacked.
Yep.
There's been times in my life where I would love to be friends with the mob.
Well, if anybody could do it, I'm sure it's you, Karen.
Oh, well, I probably could, but I don't want to owe them anything. I just want to say, see that person over there, can they have cement shoes anytime soon?
Jeez.
Yeah. I'll cook them some spaghetti for their trouble. It's a joke, people. I wouldn't really murder anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Watch
You
it.
better be careful what we say, Jason.
Yeah,
I know.
We might wind up on our list.
Just watch yourself. Oh, I don't think the mob is like it was back in the, I don't know, would you call it the good old days? Like it was when, around the time of Las Vegas in the 60s and all that. So like the casino days. Geez, you wouldn't want to. You want to be nice. You want to be good. I used to listen to when he was still alive. I still sometimes go back and watch some of his interviews. I've gone blank. He an old comedian who used to pick on everybody. That was his. Oh, I've gone blank.
Rupert Godfrey?
No.
Comedian.
He's young.
Oh,
wow.
Like Dean Martin?
Close. Hung out with Dean. Don Rickles. Don Rickles,
yep.
Mr. They used to have a nickname for him. But yeah, he would tell stories about Las Vegas back in the day when he would be there with Frank Sinatra and all of them. And he said, of course you don't get on the wrong side, but they were gentlemen. They knew how to be good hosts.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that's just not there anymore. Yeah, Rican, I think it's the same everywhere, that the good old days where people used to mow their lawns and keep them tidy, and kids could ride their bicycles safely up and down the street. And well, mind you, back in the day there were still people that would snatch your children off the street, but not a lot less likely. Now it's just not safe. We even had in Australia the other day, we had an ambulance driver, poor thing, was at McDonald's at the end of his shift with his other workmates. They hadn't even taken, he might have been at the end of his shift or they were about to. They were getting some Maccas anyway and having some McDonald's in the restaurant, and some nut job came up to him and unalived him to keep the YouTube people happy. But just there in the McDonald's, this poor young paramedic is no longer with us because God knows why, but you just never know when life's going to hit you, do you? But that's the thing. And back in the day, we called them an ambulance driver. Now they're paramedics. But, respect for your policemen, respect for the paramedics. Respect for human beings in general is a little lacking, I think. But then I come on here and everything's nice, though. We talk on here and everybody's happy and kind to each other. And if they're not, they get booted. I haven't had to boot anybody yet. Yet. Yes, I miss those days too, Regan. But New Jersey, that's a pretty good place to live. But that's very, Bruce Springsteen used to live there, didn't he? Does he still live there, Bruce? I don't know. I saw Bruce the other day singing and I thought, what happened to that? Everyone's getting old, Jason.
Yeah, it's weird.
I look at things and I go, oh, my God, you're getting old, Bruce. He still looks great, but he was cute back in the day, back in his born in the USA days. Everybody's still cute in a way, aren't they? Oh, Regan says it's not safe in her mailbox. She's got hornets making a nest and they won't go away.
Yeah, we're getting a bunch of wasps and stuff right now.
Yeah, Billy Joel's good value too. Although I haven't seen him around in years.
I don't know if he's currently touring, but he was touring not too long ago. But he's definitely super, super old.
I know. What's wrong with them? They've got millions. Can't they just get some, they've got to keep our memories alive by still looking good.
Yeah, it's weird because I watch, I watch a lot of movies and, I watch a lot of 80s movies and, and it's weird when, like, in your mind, Arnold Schwarzenegger is still this giant, buff, young guy who's the Terminator and all that kind of stuff. But when you see pictures of him now, you're just like, woo.
When did that happen? When did I blink? Yeah. When did he get old? But that's how time goes.
Old cigar smoking guy now on TikTok.
What's that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is just an old cigar smoking guy on TikTok now.
Oh, well, he's not just that. He's still Arnie, but yeah, it's just funny. It's just, I don't know. It's just funny.
I love Arnold. Arnold.
I adore Arnold.
I saw a clip of the last Rocky movie, not Creed or Creed 2, but the last one that was Rocky. Rocky what? Rocky Balboa. And so in that movie, Rocky is old and he's retired, and he comes out of retirement, but he's like, I want to say in the movie he's like 70 or something like that. And so like the boxing commission, they have to have a trial or a tribunal or something to like figure out if he can still box. Like, would it be safe to send him into the ring and stuff? So I see this clip on TikTok from this movie. He's about to go into the ring at the end of the movie and have his fight. And he looks pretty good. Like, I'm like, man, this is supposed to be old Rocky because he looks pretty young still in this clip. But like, this movie was a long time ago. So now he looks older, but he's still, I think he looks better than Schwarzenegger does at the moment.
Bye, Mona. Thank you for dropping in.
Bye.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I think it's just like even Arnie, he still works out every day. Do you know what I mean? But you can't help getting old because the bigger your skin is and then it shrinks, it's still going to be wrinkly. Even people, oh God, who was the actor? in Field of Dreams, Jason, the actor
Costner?
that plays the doctor.
Kevin
No,
Costner.
he plays the doc. Old 40s, 50s actor. I've just gone blank. He plays the doctor that steps, he's old, he goes to help. He steps outside and goes old again. I've gone, oh my God.
Yeah, I can't remember.
In his day, he's been in heaps of movies when he was young, and he was a circus performer and all sorts of things. And even in his old age, even when he was making that, he was still like he still worked out. He still looked after himself. The same with until he had his stroke. Michael Douglas's dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even before he had a stroke, a lot of them looked after themselves, but and that's the important thing. Just look after yourself.
You guys, Bruce Willis. You guys know about Bruce
sad.
Willis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sad.
Like dementia that they found out about him. That's sad.
Yeah, I assumed he had dementia before they even said it, because they said he had aphasia, and aphasia is generally something that sort of occurs after you've had a bit of a stroke. It happens. But you can normally get better. And when they kept saying he's got that, and you can actually, and I've had a look and people have put them up as well, you can look back at interviews with him from a few years ago, and he's doing it. He's getting confused. And I thought, oh, crap. So he was probably still making movies, because they did say he was having a little bit of difficulty with one of the last movies he made. And I thought, no, it's just not right. He's only 60-something. Like, it sucks. But I've actually looked after people in their late 40s with Alzheimer's, dementia. Yeah, it's a cruel, cruel disease. So my heart breaks for him, and his wife. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. But I thought he did have it, and then because I couldn't work out how he could just have aphasia without some kind of other thingy mixed in. But But it can take you a while to get that dementia diagnosis, even though they might suspect it. They don't always diagnose you with it straight away. So that's probably why they said aphasia. And then later on, they've done some more tests and come to that. But yeah, they're pretty well stuck, especially when someone like him has given us such great movies like he has. He's pretty good value, Bruce. You can't go past the Die Hard movies.
Oh, the Die Hard movies, no.
Yeah. I like the one he did with who was it? The one where he goes to New York and he's got to wear that sign around the head.
Part 3.
Is that part 3? That's a good one. I like that. I like all the little references in it to the movie. Oh, I've gone blank with all the movies. The movie with John Travolta that Quentin Tarantino directed.
Pulp Fiction.
And Bruce's Pulp Fiction. Yeah, and there's a little reference. If you watch it and you've seen Pulp Fiction and you watch number 3, there's like Captain Kangaroo reference, and there's quite a few little Pulp Fiction references in it, which I thought was really cute. But so what are you up to tonight, Jason? Or what
I'm
have
not
you
doing
been
much
doing
anything.
today? I told everybody you made me a fire pit.
I did. I put up a fire pit yesterday. That was fun. Yes, Wreaking Havoc. It is a die-hard Christmas in this house.
Yes, I don't care what Bruce Willis says. Yeah. I watch it every Christmas. Yeah, sorry, you were saying about the fire pit that you built for me?
Yep, I did that yesterday, but I haven't really been doing much today. I've been pretty lazy.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm going to enjoy. That's what I was saying to Ron. I said, a fire pit. I didn't realize it was going to be cold. Because it
doesn't have to be cold to have fire.
No.
Right?
Oh, okay.
That's just where you go hang out.
Yeah, that's right. Oh. I got a fire pit in my backyard. We have fires all the time.
Well, you've got a jacuzzi too.
Well, we'll have the hot tub going, and I'll have the fire pit going. We'll have everything.
I won't want to come home.
I'm going to be a busy person.
I know.
You are. We're all going to be busy. I'm so excited. don't want it to go super fast, but when you're having a good time, I'm just going to try and make some of the things a bit boring so the time drags out. I just don't want it.
I make it boring, Karen.
No, I don't think I can. It's just the time. I just know that the time's going to go past so quickly, and then it'll be time to get back on the plane and come home.
I
love home, but just
Taylor posted the Sutro Tunnel.
Yeah, the chili thing.
Yeah,
is that what?
They're I guess they're doing a collab with a brewery. They're making a beer. So I messaged her on that, like, do they ship to Canada? And she's like, well, just message me personally. So I messaged my address. She says, I'll get some out to you. Because I told her, I says, I'll e-transfer you the money. Send me a 6-pack of the Sutro Tunnel ale.
Well, if Jason was coming with me to Virginia City, he could have tried it. But woohoo.
No.
Boo-hoo. I realized when I leave Virginia City, I've got like 9 hours before my flight leaves. And I thought, what am I going to do for 9 hours? I was in someone else's live the other day, a guy called Lewis. He does the Nerd Report, which is sort of connected to, well, he's not, it's his own channel, but he's sort of connected to Popcorn Planet in there. And I mentioned something, and he goes, hit me up, Karen. He said, I'll see if I can meet you and show you a little bit of LA while you're here. I thought, awesome. So I've sent him an email, and he said he would. He just hasn't got back to me yet. So that'll be cool. I might be able to actually see a little bit of Los Angeles for a few hours. Maybe Disneyland, Jason.
Oh.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Why? It's only an hour away from the airport.
Yeah, but then you got to deal with Disneyland. That's enough time to go on 2 rides?
Yeah. Oh, well, I've just said to Lewis that I would be honestly happy just to go somewhere in LA and eat, and that'll do. I'd be happy with that. I think I'm too old for... I'd be disappointed with Disneyland. I'd be expecting to see the Disneyland that I grew up knowing, and it's probably, I don't know. Have you ever been to Disneyland?
Mm-hmm. I've been to a few times. Most recently, it was a few years ago, probably 5 years ago, maybe 4 years.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it. The last time I went without kids. I went with friends. We were in LA doing something, and we spent a day in Disneyland. And so it was just me and some friends. And at some point I was like, I'm going to go off by myself and just wander around. So I was just wandering around, people watching, went on a couple rides by myself. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'd like to go on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. You never know. Mm-hmm. Johnny Depp could be there again.
Never know.
Rick, I'll be there for almost 3 weeks in total. I'm meeting up with Jason on the morning of the 24th, and then hanging out with Jason, then Catsy and Ron, and up to Canada, and then back down to Tulsa with Jason for another road trip. I leave Tulsa on the 8th of May and go to Virginia City for a week, and then leave Virginia City on the 16th, and then arrive in LA on the 16th. And that's when, hopefully, maybe, if he's available, Lewis will take me and show me something. And then I'll catch the plane back to Australia at 9:30 that night. Whew. I'm actually bringing 2 sleeping pills, one for the trip there and one for the trip back, because I can tell you now, I want to be well rested when I get there. But I've got to work it out, because when I get on the plane at 9:30, what I want to do is look at what time it is where you are. So 9:30 at night for me, I'm not quite sure. So I want to make sure I go to sleep at the right time, so that I wake up at the right, because it didn't hurt me too badly, but I was fairly well sleep deprived when I arrived, 27 hours awake with no sleep.
Whoa.
It wasn't fun. Coming home was different though. When I got home, I was fine. I was tired for a few days, but I was fine. I was right back into the swing of the time zone, but just tired. But getting there was a bit different, but I'm still looking forward to it. It is amazing, Regan. But as I say, it'll be the last time for quite some time, unless Jason gets a job where he gets paid $100,000 a year or something, and he can shout me a trip back. Same for me. If I get a job, because I'm going to look for work when I get back. So if I get a job, that'll be the same for me. I might shout Jason a trip out when he's got some free time. Mate, I can't really shout. I could shout Cassie Rawn, but you'd have to pay for your own. I'm not. If I were a millionaire, I would.
No,
Not that I wouldn't want to see you.
I would love to go to Australia, but that would be
it would be very difficult.
Have to at least take 2 weeks off, right?
Yeah.
And then to find someone to watch the kids for 2 weeks. Oh,
yeah.
At that point,
Cassie might like to come. Cassie could come, and I could take her to the beach and to SeaWorld, and we can go down to the beach and sit there and watch the lifeguards and drink cocktails and go on a few cruises. Just in the Brisbane area on the river ones, eat dinner on a cruise boat at night time. Be fun. And don't worry, Jason, if you come out, we'll do that too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to hopefully get a job when I get back, and then just save up my pennies and see what can happen next year. That's the thing.
That's pretty much the plan.
Yeah, the worst thing really is the airfares. They're so expensive. If you book ahead of time, it's a bit cheaper. But then, as we've learnt with the airline I booked with, when they bugger up your airline tickets, they take money from you, and then you've got to pay more. So, but yeah, I think I'll probably travel with a different airline next time, someone who's a little bit more reliable. But yeah, so that's what'll happen. And I'm going to visit Ali and her little babies. When I get back, probably September-ish. I'll go down because someone was coming here in September, but unfortunately, at the moment, to things out of his control, he can't come. So I'll go down. I'll go down Melbourne way, and I'll film a few things for people there because I want to go to Beechworth again, where the asylum is in Beechworth, and show you that. I can take some video of that, and I'll even call you live, Jason and Ron, just on my phone, on the messenger thing, and say, look, I've just got to remember to film things. I forget to film things. Like I'm like, looking around at everything and think I really should. Yes, I want to say that. I do want to say that that's how I feel. You've put it in words. They're very annoying. I'm very disappointed because that's who I travelled with last time, and they were actually okay. But that's the problem. When something goes wrong, they're not okay. They're fine if everything's smooth, but you can't get anyone who speaks this is not racist, all right? Not racist. But I'm really not. But when you get someone on the phone because there's an issue, they need to be able to understand what you're saying to them. And you need to be able to communicate. And I'm sorry, but unless I could speak the language properly, I couldn't. They didn't understand what the hell I was going on, and they cancelled my flights, and then had the cheek to charge me $400 cancellation fee when I didn't cancel them. But which ad? There was a Qantas ad. We used to have an ad here in Australia that was TAA, and I can still remember that ad, but I can't remember the Qantas ads. But there you go. End of round. That's it. I finished whinging about the airline. But I think every airline sort of has that problem, don't they, sometimes?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But yeah, it's just a shame. You should still be able to at least speak to someone who understands what you're saying properly. Like they understand a little bit, but yeah, when you're dealing with lots of money, you really want to be able to talk to someone who gets what you want. Who are you talking to, Jason? It's not me. Say hello to Ali for me.
It's not Ali.
Or normally I say that to Ron. Say hello to Ali for me.
No, I had emails coming through for because I'm job hunting, and so like I'm constantly getting emails for jobs and stuff. So I was just checking my email.
Luck yet? Have you had any luck yet?
I have a couple interviews this week.
You had an interview last week, didn't you? Was it last week?
Yeah, nothing ever really came of it. So we'll see.
But that was the one I think that you said you weren't too keen on anyway. I think there was one that you said you'll do the interview, but you weren't all that keen.
Yeah.
Unless I'm getting confused with something else. But
I'm not really interested in any job right now, but I need one.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least now it's not, if you say, hey, yeah, I can start, it's not too bad, because it's like a lot of people have to give notice where their current job is anyway. So they normally don't expect you to be able to start for 3 or so weeks, sometimes longer. So you'll be right. I'm just checking. I'm not missing anything in the chat. I don't think there's too many people here anyway. Look at that. How many people are watching? Let me double check.
5 people, maybe?
5 people. It's because of the time. But no one can say I didn't come on and say g'day before I leave. So I'm bringing some little gadgets that I'll get you to show me how to use, because I don't know how to use my recorder. You know, your normal little digital recorder. I haven't got the foggiest idea how to use it. I've looked at it and I'm that's a bit in the too hard part.
Me and
Sorry,
Cass were on a ghost hunt yesterday at Cottonwood Mansion. So
you went back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was kind of chaotic because they had like 20 people there. So and so we did like the group or the group that was there that was heading like the investigation. I forget what the name of them were. Spirit something. Anyway, really nice people. There's a group like they're 5 people, and they were heading like the main kind of like investigation. There's just a bunch of people coming in, kind of like being introduced to like paranormal equipment and ghost hunting. And so one really interesting thing that happened. So they had the spirit box set up, and we're sitting in there and we're asking questions, and Cassie asked the question, William, do you remember me? And right away, a voice came on and said, yes. And then this is the crazy part. Cassie didn't even say anything. And it said the name Reese, because Reese was there with Cassie. Yeah. Like just after Cassie asked that question, it was kind of like, holy crap, this is kind of interesting. Because I do remember the whole time that like when Cassie was doing the investigation and Reese was taping, Reese always felt like a male presence behind her. Yeah. Right? So it was kind of like, oh, this is interesting.
I reckon it'd be more interesting if Cassie said, William, do you remember me? And the voice said, Cassie, yes, I do.
I know, right? Yeah.
I think I'd jump up and go, oh my God.
Yeah. And I watched the episode. I have some comments.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it was fun. Like Cass, like, did you enjoy it? She's like, did you have fun? I'm like, well, yeah, but I said I'm so used to like when we go on an investigation, it's just like us, and there's not all these other people. So how do you get the full like amazement of the location with all these people here and distractions, and like they're like, you can go here, you can walk around, do it. It's like, but
you can't.
I've been on a few of those. I've been on a few of those types of tours and things, and there's really no investigation happening.
No.
Like, exactly.
It's not like when we go out and do investigations, and you just kind of have to like accept the fact that this is just a fun thing, and you're going to be around a lot of people who are just doing it to get spooked for the night, and that's all well and good. It's just,
and they did have some really neat equipment. They had I don't know, they had these like it was like an orb or a circle, and it supposedly takes so it's supposed to take, the ghosts are supposed to, or the spirits are supposed to like go to that versus taking or drawing energy away from your batteries off your equipment. I forget what they're called. Okay. I don't know. You might know, Jason. I don't know. Cassie was like, oh my gosh, they have. I'm like, I don't even know what the heck those things are. They just look like flashy discs. Like,
I don't know why they can't just draw the energy from the electrical wiring.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only thing that baffles me a little about.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it happens, and I've seen it happen to Jason tons of times
Yeah.
and Cassie, where they're fresh batteries, and all of a sudden they go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's curious, but you kind of think that if you're looking for power, maybe it's a different stuff to find out. I just can't work out why they can't draw the energy from the electrical wiring.
They had some really neat equipment, but in the long and the short of it is, like, it's neat to have all this equipment, but I find for my experience, or like Cassie's experiences, digital recorder, spirit box, doing sensory depth, and her camera catches all kinds of evidence.
More than enough. Yeah.
You don't need to go and spend thousands of dollars on other equipment, other fancy REM pods and all these other things to like, or like static cameras and all these different things, because it just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, I think you're kind of right.
Keep it simple. I think I'd like to convince Cassie, just keep it simple. Like how you, Jason, you keep it simple. You got your iPhone, you got your dowsing rods, like that's it. That's what you do, right? Keep it simple. You don't need all that fancy equipment,
Rican's asking you, was it the Faraday cage? Does that sound familiar?
Faraday cage. Maybe. I think so. I think yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Either way, it was some big ball of energy.
Yeah.
We should take an 8 ball with it.
We do. Yeah, there you go. For what we do, I think there's a difference between investigating and investigating with the intent of filming it and putting it out for people to watch. Right. A lot of the gear that I see being popularized is something that either makes noise or flashes lights. Because, Karen learned this when she came and investigated the Washoe Club with us. A lot of what you experience at these locations is personal experience.
Yeah,
you feel something either emotionally or physically. You may see something or hear something, like kind of thing. It's hard to get that across to somebody who's watching a video,
right? That
you're feeling something like, oh, the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. I'm feeling uneasy in here. That's you got to take my word for it and just be like, well, that's weird. But if you have something that's going to light up and make an alarm sound, like, then you're adding a little bit of action, a little bit of flash and coolness to your thing.
Yeah.
And I find that a lot of the gear that is available out there, one, it's way too expensive. And two, I don't know how much I trust it, because it seems to me just to be like a flashy thing to make videos more exciting. Whether or not they actually do the job that people are saying it does, I don't know.
Rican, I've often asked the question, why do we have to do it in the dark? as in investigate ghosts, because ghosts don't care if it's nighttime or daytime. I think Jason did explain to me, though, it's more about not so much the dark, but the noise levels doing an investigation late at night in the dark. I've always wondered why we can't just turn the lights on. Why do we have to walk around and bump into?
It's creepier there.
It adds a creep factor. But here's an interesting thing. So that same group that puts on the investigation at Cottonwood Mansion, they've done ghost hunts during the day, and they actually said they get more activity during the day than they do at the nighttime ghost hunts.
Well, I suppose the ghosts are awake during the day too.
So I was like, huh. So they actually told Cass, if you get a chance to come back, try and do a daytime one instead of being there at night.
So. Hey, Dee.
Yeah, when it comes to a lot of the locations we deal with, you can only get into them at night. Again, it goes back to like, hey, investigating at night is better, because the sounds of the world diminish enough that, you can be confident in what you're hearing is not outside noise and all that kind of stuff. But there's no reason why, like, if you're at Cottonwood Mansion at night investigating and everybody's asleep, it's all quiet, there's no reason why you can't turn on the lights and just investigate with the lights on. But it is creepier to wander around in the darkness. That's creepier to watch people wandering around in dark, spooky places. That's just, scary video 101 kind of thing.
Yeah.
When I investigate, because I don't have a night vision camera because I'm using my phone, I always have a light on, which is better than like when I would do investigations with a night vision camera with no lights on whatsoever, only the screen is the only way I could see anything. That's a little dangerous. Like there were times where I almost tripped and fell and wandered off a plank or something. So I'm definitely more into like being able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's the thing, especially in some of these old places. Like you don't know where the step. I could walk out my backyard at nighttime, and I did it last night. I know exactly where my step is, but I was looking forward, and I nearly went over. I thought, so if I can almost fall over in my own backyard, I'm guaranteed that walking around in the dark in some place I'm not familiar with, I don't want to break an ankle and wear a boot while I'm there.
I did a face plant at work on Friday, getting off the crane.
Is that why you're all messed up?
No.
That's just you natural. That's fine.
I was out in the sun today, but 16 years of getting up and off of equipment, and that was the first time I was getting off the crane and I did this face plant. Like I went like right forward, landed right like on my chest and my arm, and my hand got all scratched up. Like,
did everybody
and then
laugh?
The next morning I wake up and I am so sore. Like my shoulders are killing me. I'm still sore. And I'm like, man, when you're old, your body just does not revive like it doesn't jump up like it,
poor
like
old
when
man.
you're 20,
You're so ancient.
Wow. I just can't believe I did that though. I was like, oh my goodness. And I told my one foreman, Chris, I'm like, I fell off the crane. He's like, and I missed it. Oh, he's like all upset. I'm like, you're not going to ask if I'm okay? Like,
well, you obviously are because you're telling him you fell, so it's all good. It is horrible. Everyone in chat would know too. You see somebody slip and fall over, even if it looks like they've hurt themselves, your natural response is to laugh. Like you just laugh, and then you go, you'll laugh, and then you go, ooh, and run over and help. Yeah, like, ooh, that hurt, but that was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure if someone had gotten it on video, it would have been pretty funny. But
you remember that show, Funniest Home Videos?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I used to like watching that.
Pretty sure YouTube killed that show.
Think so?
Yeah.
It's still on. It's still on.
Well, it's syndicated.
The guy who played Carlton on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is the host now.
Yep.
Who? Oh.
The guy who played Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I like him. I like his dance.
He's the host now.
Oh, I like him. But
my kids love watching it.
Oh, I saw a little interview with Russell Crowe, and I thought, oh, look at that. I should have waited and put that in my little clip. But Russell Crowe has got that new movie coming out where he plays the priest that does the exorcisms for the
Exorcist Pope. Or the Pope's exorcist.
Look, it's loosely based on. Well, it's based on the man, but it's very loose, I think. But Russell was the fella interviewing said to him, "Oh, had anything odd happened?" Because he was referring to The Exorcist, the original, and all the odd happenings around that. And Russell said, "No," he said, "nothing with filming this one." He said, "But there was a movie that Russell was in where he played someone that was like a road rage." Film. I'm trying to remember what it was called now. It's not that old, but it's a road rage movie. And he said while they were filming it, he was in Louisiana, I'm pretty sure, Louisiana. And he said, I think it was Louisiana. Anyway, one of the southern places. And he was staying in a house and all the lights would flicker and do strange things. He'd find dead birds at the back door, which was odd. Probably just a cat, but anyway. But he said odd things had happened. People had come over for dinner and things had happened. And they go, what do you reckon about? Yeah, that's a bit odd. And someone told him that Will Smith had been living in the house before he got there, or something like that. And he said, I thought they were talking about Will Smith, the actor. He said, but this is the kicker. He said they were talking about I think he was a football player, some kind of football player who was actually murdered in a road rage incident.
Oh, wow.
And he said it just was odd that these funny things in the house were happening. That was this Will Smith's home, and he was playing the role of someone who was a road rage. That was a creep factor. Like, obviously very much a coincidence, but still creepy. It's amazing how many creepy things happen around movies. The Twilight Zone was a classic for that one. Dan Aykroyd was in that, wasn't he? In one part of that.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah, he was.
He was in the movie, the Twilight. Yeah, because it was done like the TV show. There was a few different stories, and then of course there was that tragic helicopter. That was horrendous. That was horrendous. Because he was Vic Morrow was his name. I think he was a good actor. He'd been in tons of stuff. But yeah, so
and then
some
2 young kids.
Yeah, I mean, just not. Ugh.
How was Jason? You went? Did you go and see the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
It was really good. Yeah.
Is it like teen appropriate? Like, could I take my 14-year-old daughter to go see it?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I took my 9-year-old.
Oh, okay.
He thought it was hilarious. It is a family friendly movie.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Do you want to know what I did when my kids were little? My boys, Alex and Stephen.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was a single mother. Well, not initially, but yeah, their dad and I had separated when they were younger, and I was nursing, and so on my days off, we'd go to Tuesday cheap nights at the cinema. So I take the boys. Stephen loved Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I took him to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So, whatever. I can't remember what it was. It might have been Terminator. And he was only 3.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I wanted to see Keanu Reeves in Point Break with Patrick Swayze. So we went along to the cinema to see that, and I thought, oh look, it's just cops and robbers. And it gets to the scene where there's a fight scene where the lady's naked in the shower, like there's this big between Keanu and this naked woman.
Uh-oh.
And I've shrunk down in my seat like this and grabbed my boys and put my hands over their eyes, and I thought, oh, and I could feel all eyes on me because they were only little, 3 and 4.
Oh my.
And I thought, God, but then I thought, oh look, I better start taking them to see age appropriate films just because they're keeping mum company at the
take them to
cinema.
But
I took them to see Peter Pan, like Disney Peter Pan, and fell asleep. I fell asleep, and my son woke me up. Mum, wake up! I can't keep my eyes open at the cinema with movies like that. But yeah, so my poor boy.
I remember the first movie I went to in theaters. The very first movie that my mom and dad took me to was Home Alone. That was the first movie I saw. 1990. Home Alone.
Oh my God, you're really making me feel old now because Alex, we went to see that.
How about you, Jason? What's the first cinema movie you ever saw?
I cannot remember.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. I've been to the movies for a bajillion times. I can't remember the first time.
The only reason I remember that is because, like, growing up with my family, we didn't do a lot of things, so that was like a big thing, going to the movie theater and seeing a movie, right? So
I'm trying to remember. Huge. I think the first movie I saw was Benji. The little dog.
Benji?
Yeah, Benji. I'm pretty sure at the cinema. Goodness. Benji. That was sad though. Dog. Bad things always happen to Benji. I love that little dog. They've remade those movies but the original was the best. I think it was Benji. And then I went Battle of Britain. I don't know why I went to see that, but I guess I could. I must have only been about 11. It was obviously, because it was a 60s movie. It was obviously just being rerun. And I saw H.R. Puffin's stuff at the cinema when it came out in the 70s. So there you go. And Witchy Poo came out first and went, and I got, oh my God, it's Witchy Poo. I used to love H.R. Puffin's stuff. I had a crush on Jimmy. There you go. Memories.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. I don't know. What's that movie, Jason? Do you know what that movie coming up is? Hypnotic?
Nope.
No.
Ooh.
Never heard of it.
Don't know. It looks disturbing. See, I don't like if it's a horror movie or whatever. I don't like. There's horror movies I can watch, like the Scream thing, because it's kind of not. It's more comical. Like it's jump scare. Like it's just like like it's not like Saw. Anything that's mentally disturbing.
I love the Saw series.
Yeah, I can't.
I loved it.
Yeah, I can't watch anything that's gruesome, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, things like that. But mind you, Friday the 13th, the original Friday the 13th, they scared me. I'm not a keen fan, but or Friday. What's the other one with Freddy Krueger?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I can watch the earlier ones of them. I haven't watched any of the later ones because I think they get to a point where it's a little bit too. I just don't like the ones that are torture type things, like Saw. Like it's basically you're chained up, cut your foot off, or like. And there's a new one out, and I don't know what it's called, with a little boy, a 12-year-old, that answers the telephone and talks to people
Black
that have
Phone.
already been killed. What's it called, Jason?
Is it Black Phone?
Yes, that's it. No way you're going to get me to see that because it's torture. It's not horror. It's torture. There's a little boy in a basement and some crazy person's. Yeah, no.
I kind of like the Saw series though because it makes you think. Like even though, in a sense of like
makes you think you got a screw loose. That's what it makes me think. Hypnotic, starring Ben Affleck, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Is a movie about when a detective learns his missing daughter and a string of high-profile bank robberies might be connected. He must go on a mind-bending journey to find his daughter and stop the secret government agency behind the madness.
Interesting.
Well, that might do my head in a bit.
That's like a thriller. That sounds like a thriller.
It does. I'll tell you that Ben Affleck movie, Gone Girl, that got me. That was a really good movie.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. I thought, you bitch. I just thought, oh my god. And that was it. He was buggered. There's a new Aussie Dry movie coming out in August. Dry. So that's the name of the movie, Dry.
I would assume.
And it's an Aussie movie. Yeah, I'll have a look and see. Yeah, well, Aussie wrote Saw. That's an Australian written movie.
Is it?
Written by an Aussie. Yeah, I think it's like a team. But yeah, I remember that because I remember when it came out and he actually got picked up because I can't really remember the beginnings of it, but there was something about it. I think he might have made a short movie first, and then the company that made the movie picked it up and said, "Hey, let's make a thing about that." So so that was good. Oh God! I tell you what, there's no peace for the wicked. My daughter, have you put my clothes in the dryer? She's at school.
I thought you were going to say, "Are we going to the shops?"
No, I haven't been asked that yet. Oh, Eric Banner. Oh, Eric, I was only talking about him yesterday, wondering what he was doing. Okay, cool.
Apparently he's making movies called The Dry. The Dry is about Aaron Falk goes back to home to his drought-stricken town to attend a tragic funeral. However, his return reopens the door to the unsolved death of a teenage girl.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, they're pointing fingers at Eric Banner, as in like he might have had something to do. I know which one that is. Yeah, that might be all right. I don't mind drama. That's cool. Yeah, I like Eric Banner. I was talking yesterday about a movie that if you want to see some Australian humour and have a good laugh at the same time, there's a movie called The Nugget, as in gold nugget, but it's just called The Nugget, and he's in it. And it's funny. It's based on a true story, true people who found a humongous nugget out in the bush. But yeah, good old Eric Banner. Good value, Eric.
He's in the sequel as well, which is called Force of Nature: The Dry 2.
Ooh. Oh, well, then I better look them up. And got to support the Aussie actors, and especially if it's made in Australia. But I just don't have time sometimes, Jason. You know how it is. I'm on the YouTube watching people that I'm subscribed to, making shorts. Oh, I found out something the other day, and I don't know if it's true, but apparently, and I don't know which way it works, either your channel, so if you put up an episode, so today you put up an episode, a short, and do a live, and then maybe you do a community announcement for things. I heard that YouTube only puts out for each channel per day 3 notifications. So I don't know if that's they put out the 3 notifications for the channel and that's it, or it's 3. It can't be the other way around. It can't be 3 notifications to the subscribers, or it might be. But either way, the number 3 and that's it. They limit. So that could explain why some people don't like. I know there's a lot of things happen on YouTube and I don't get notified. I do not get notified. It's only if I click on the YouTube for whatever reason and see something come up that I go, oh, like I do for some and don't for others. It's the weirdest thing. So I don't know if that's the case, but something to keep in mind. I'll keep an eye out for your cousin's name in the credits. Everyone's gone quiet.
Sorry, I started looking at YouTube stuff.
Uh-oh.
I know. It's terrible, isn't it?
I got to close the windows. It's getting cold in here.
It's cold.
What time is it there, Jason, for you?
I'm an hour behind Ron, so it is 9:08 p.m. on a Sunday.
No. Yeah, Cassie's at work until 11, I think she said. But I told her, I said, look, don't intend to stay on that long. I want to have lunch today and go out in the sunshine.
Yeah,
and aside from that,
I gotta go have dinner and
and
make
Ron's
sure the kids
closing
get
all
in
the
bed.
windows. I saw all the curtains moving. I was going to tell you there was a ghost. I'm a bit disappointed that Cassie won't let us do an investigation in her house.
No, never in your house.
I'm joking.
We'll investigate the hot tub.
Yeah. I said I it's the wrong time of the year to be buying swimsuits here in Australia because summer's finished. So I was looking around because I haven't got a swimsuit, and I thought I better find. I couldn't find one, but I brought some shorts and a singlet top thing. That'll do.
Yeah,
I'll try not. I'll try not to do a wet t-shirt type situation. Oh my goodness! But I'm still on the lookout. I'll look for some bathers. We call them bathers. I say bathers or togs.
We just hit the
we can hit a store.
Hit the store
down here because we're coming into springtime / summery time.
Oh, all right, that's okay. Yeah, I'll. That's another thing I could do as well. Well, what do you reckon, guys? Time to go and get some. Ron can go and get some herrings and crackers.
Herrings and crackers.
Yeah, he was talking about herrings in crackers before. Yes, togs. I call them togs. I've called them togs since I was little. And then you say togs and people go, what? And you go, bathers. And they go, what? Swimsuit. Us Aussies.
Yep.
Well, look, I will wind it up because I didn't intend to stay on here long anyway. I just wanted to do the right thing and say hello to the American people as well. But they're obviously got better things to do than talk to me. Right. You'll all be asleep. But for the Australian people, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday, The Shape is going to be having he won't be, he might be having coffee. I don't know, because he works nights, he said. But the Shape's going to pop in and say hello to me. But for the American people, just rewatch it the next day, because it'll be like midnight or something. You'll all be safely tucked up in bed. Except for maybe Crow, because Crow's awake at all hours. And maybe Joe, because Joe's generally awake at all hours. But, yeah, by midnight, I can tell you now, Australia time, I'm tucked safely in bed. But, yeah. Oh, I do have to say one thing. I had a horrible nightmare the other night, Jason. I had a horrible nightmare that I was in an American diner. And, well, Heather's not on now, so she won't see this, but it was a horrible nightmare. There was naughty people and there was gunfire and it was horrible, and nobody wanted to talk to me. Like I was trying to settle them down. In my dream, I actually said to one of the people that was causing the trouble, I'm from Australia, with kangaroos. And the guy stared at me and pushed past me. And I thought, it's not a good sign. So we've got to be careful. I think it was because I've been
Maybe we'll stay away from Waffle House
diner.
then.
Yeah, we'll stay away from diners. But sometimes I have fun dreams, and other times I have dreams that are really vivid, and that was really vivid, and I didn't like it. So no diners with lots of motorbikes out the front.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll just go to the, Chuck E. Chuck E. Cheese. What do you get at a Chuck E. Cheese?
Pizza.
Yeah, what do you get at the Chuck E. Cheese?
But it's weird to go into a Chuck E. Cheese without children.
I'm a big kid. Oh, no, really, Dee? Maybe that's what I dreamt about. Was it in the car park? Oh, it was horrible. It was just horrible. In my dream, there was police running everywhere, and it's all coming back to me now. And there was a body under a sheet, and people walking back into the diner saying, "Don't go there. The police are handling it." Oh, it was horrible. I hate having dreams like that. And it was all colour. I don't like it, because you shouldn't dream in colour, but I can remember colours. So, well, who knows? I hope there was no one hurt at the birthday party. Whereabouts, Dee? Not that I want to know. I don't want to look. But if it looks like my dream, that's spooky. Yeah, that's yeah. I had. Oh, all right. Before I go, I'll tell you one more revolting dream I had back in the back when I was pregnant with Alex. I can't remember the flight, but I know it. I had a dream I was on an airplane, and people were all milling around, and the airplane started to go down, like it was going to crash. And I remember, like, oh God, and I was on the plane, but I wasn't on the plane. It was like I was on the plane, but looking at people. And I woke up, and I woke my husband up, and I said, "Oh, that was the most horrendous dream I've ever had. The plane just crashed, and it went into the water." And then I woke up, tuned into the news that night, and just off the coast of England, a plane had crashed into the ocean and everyone on board was killed.
Oh, wow.
Now that's freaky. That's freaky. So, well, in my dream about the diner, they obviously weren't at a diner, thank goodness. So it's just a coincidence that I had a dream. And it sounds like they were in the diner, not out in the car park. So there you go. It wasn't a premonition. I'm sure everyone's had dreams sometimes, maybe not like that, but, a dream where you dream something and then a few days later, or you'll go, "Oh, that's weird." Don't you? Have you ever had something like that, Jason?
Nothing that I can recall right now, but I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah. Or deja vu is another good one, where that's spooky. Or someone says something and you go, "I have heard you've said that before." I don't know what the deja vu is. But now I've spoken about and left this in a Debbie Downer situation. I better not.
Way to go.
Way to go. Just remember, fun, good times. Be happy, be kind to everybody. No being nasty, no being a bully, no just, a perfect world. Oh, I don't want to know anymore, Dee. That's sad. But see, you've got guns over there. That's
Which is true.
you know, do you really need them if you don't live on a farm?
No.
You know, not really. Not really. That's kind of how we are here. Most people, either a gun club or if you live on a farm and you've got to control, rabbits or something. And so that's, but mind you, like I said earlier, there's other weapons. It's just, I guess, those sorts of weapons you've got less of a chance of escaping from. But there you go. Well, I'm Debbie Downer. I'm glad you tuned in to be depressed. No, we've been having a good time. So I'm looking forward. Sunday it is, Jason. I will send you. I've already got a little message made up for you that I will. Well, I haven't finished it yet but I've got the song ready, and I'll when I'm getting on the plane, I'll send you the little message to let you know. And then hopefully we'll have a bit of a laugh. But yeah. Oh, I did a short on with Dan Aykroyd in the end of it. I don't know if you saw it, but I wanted to have the Ghostbusters music on the short, but you can't get it. But I did get a Ghostbusters song that plays. It's got what do you call it? Voice snippets out of the movie in the music. So yeah, because of celebrities that see ghosts. So, but yes, I will have a great day. I'm going to go out into the sunshine, and yes, only 6 more sleeps, and I'll be on an aeroplane, and I will be landing in LA, then Dallas, and then Tulsa.
Nice.
So there you go. And then Jason will be there to collect me and take me to the Waffle House.
You get some breakfast and put some coffee in her.
Yeah, put some coffee in me. I mean, they feed you on the plane, but it's not the best. It's not horrible, but it's not the best. All right, I'm going to say bye-bye to the chat, and thank you, and enjoy yourself and all that sort of stuff. And I will, when you next see me, if you're up at midnight, it'll be with the shape. But other than that, it'll be probably, with any luck, sitting beside Jason in his little office there, saying hello to everybody. I've arrived safely on a quick live stream. A quick one.
There you go.
Yeah, just a quick, here I am. See ya. I'm going out to sit by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you, everybody.